Becker, swim dodge, fires and scores! Skipping a step, behind the back! Pass, the extra look, and the goal! Shot on goal and good. From Syosset High School, the Varsity Media Sports Network presents this Nassau Conference A regular season finale as the Chiefs from Massapequa come to Syosset with an 11-1 overall record, 6-0 in Nassau Conference A, taking on the Braves of Syosset at 6-5, 4-2. This broadcast is presented by Moe's Southwest Grill. Dylan Butler here, along with Dave Franklin. And Dave, it comes down to this. It's the regular season finale and still so much to play for. The visitors from Massapequa, we see them there. They can I should just say they can lock up the top seed. An incredible season for the Chiefs. And look, they were a young team a year ago, right? They've really matured throughout the season. And you get the feeling, too, when you talk with head coach Mike Draper, there's still so much more. Like they've not reached their ceiling yet for the year, which is scary to consider as the postseason's right around the corner.
It's a really interesting dichotomy. Massapequa is a mature, complete team. Syosset is ultimately replacing a lot of talent, especially firepower from the offensive end. With Massapequa, there's multiple weapons. McDermott, Fitzpatrick, Christie, Radomski, any of these four players can step up in big moments. But speaking to Coach Draper before the game, he's a little bit unsatisfied. He does feel as though his offense could gel together a little bit better and that there can be stronger individual performances by some role players to take this team to a new level as we approach the playoffs.
In the preseason, the favorite in Nassau Conference A among the coaches was Farmingdale, right? Another seasoned team that was full of veteran players, but what Massapequa did is they went to their rival and they won by a goal. They went to Port Washington, they won by a goal in overtime, so all those road wins have been huge for the Chiefs. And as you mentioned, a complete team, a lot of different guys. To that fact, our impact player, Dave, is our third different impact player for Massapequa. We're not just trying to be nice here and spread the love. These are deserving guys. Today it's Malika, 17 goals, 17 assists. You see the way that he shares the ball and his scoring load. He's going to Hofstra, but we did the same earlier this year. We featured Vin McDermott, also a Hofstra commit, and we also featured Aiden Christie on that first midfield line of junior. So a balanced team is the Chiefs, but today we will feature one of their seniors in his last regular season game as well. It's Anthony Malika.
34 points on the year, even distribution as it relates to his goal and his assist production. He's a really good outside shooter, and he has incredible size. So, again, speaking to Coach Draper as it relates to things that could be improved, he thinks that there are still things that Malika could do to step up this game. He has a big body. He could be more physical when dodging to the goal. He thought at times over the course of this season, as he was producing points and getting his confidence up, he'd see a little bit more out of that from his senior Hofstra-bound attacker, and ultimately going up against a pretty solid Syosset defense today, probably the most experienced core that Syosset has within their lineup. Malika will be relied on to go to the goal with a little bit more aggression than he has in the past. But watch out for his outside shooting ability, because if he gets time and room, it's going to create problems for Zach Finkelstein.
He's great outside, but also can get it inside. Smooth inside as well. Quick hands. He's a finisher. For longtime Chiefs fans, really not that long time ago, but reminiscent to maybe an Eamon Hall or a Timmy Lay as well. You remember those guys for a couple years ago. So Massapequa, if they are the more veteran team that was a younger team a year ago, that's what Syosset is this year. Remarkable to think as well, you go back a year, you've got A.J. Alexander and Joe Boetti. Those are your 1A and 1B on your attack, right? They're both now in college. Alexander at Providence and Boetti at Marist. Combined for their career, that's 266 points that you're trying to find somewhere in the mix. And it's still been a struggle John Calabria, the head coach, has been bouncing guys around, trying to figure things out on the attack. But if there's been a constant for the Braves, and they've been in so many of these games, right? A tough loss. We were here a week ago as they threatened to beat Farmingdale after having a big deficit in that game. But if there's been one constant, especially for an attack that's still trying to find its way, it's been Luca Accardo, especially at the faceoff backs. Again, he's not a guy just facing off and going off. He's staying on, and you see the impact in his numbers on what he does on that first midfield line as well. Of all those front six guys, he is the alpha.
It's really atypical to see a face-off midfielder at this caliber of high school lacrosse asked to be taken on and carry more of the load on the offensive end. As you mentioned, A.J. Alexander, Joe Buetti, Dan Garone, the starting attack from last year, is completely gone, in addition to Luca's brother, Nick Accardo, who's now playing at Stevens Tech. When you look at the Syosset lineup and the matchup between these two teams last year, Syosset only has 2 returning starters, and both of them have the first name of Luca Accardo and Luca Catolo. Ultimately, Dylan Sadler is injured and out of today's game, so even more of a reason why their primary face-off midi is going to have to do a lot more in the offensive end, both making his own shots and facilitating opportunities and getting this really youthful attack unit involved.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Massapequa, relatively unchanged throughout the year. And why? Mess with something that's working, right? So you've got Dernan, Malika, and Di Tommaso as your attack line, your first midfield of McDermott, Christie, and Fitzpatrick. We expect to see a healthy dose of Patrick Radomski, too, whether as another attackman or a midi coming out of the box. Your long stick midi is Jack Schiffel, and your D, a very, very physical, a very athletic defense. All these guys are football guys. D'Alessandro, Valentine, and Fountain. In the cage is Giannotti. For first-year head coach Mike Draper, a Massapequa 1999 graduate. Now let's take a look at the starters for Syosset. And again, some changes here for the Braves, especially including a Spencer Newman. He's a guy who started off the year with a long pole, then became a short stick D-midi, and now on that first attack line, along with Giovinco, 8th grader Brody Waxer as well. Your first midfield of Accardo, Disqui, and Birch. And of course, as we said, is again, Accardo facing off. Your long stick midi is Logan Freeman, and as Dave alluded to, kind of the strength of your team are your poles, and that includes AJ Zuleta, Luca Catolo, and another freshman in the starting lineup as well, William Cawley. And in the cage, a guy who's been phenomenal throughout the year, Zach Finkelstein, going to Binghamton. The junior has made 78 saves this season. We'll take a quick break, and we'll have the opening face-off of this Nassau Conference A Showdown presented by Moe's Southwest Grill right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Welcome to Moe's! At Moe's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Moe's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2333 2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Here, fresh is what we do. From daily made faves like guac to mouth-watering protein like all-natural white meat chicken. Go ahead, crave, customize, and enjoy with your free chips and salsa. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
The weekends are great and all, but we have something they don't. Our Mo Monday burrito deal. Enjoy your favorite burrito or bowl plus free chips and salsa, all at a great price. We love Mo Mondays. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
We welcome you back to Syosset High School. Dylan Butler and Dave Franklin here with you as Massapequa and Syosset battle here. I mistakenly said it was their last game. There's still another regular season game to be played, but Massapequa, a team that can lock up the top seed, right? And Syosset looking very much like the fourth seed right now. They do have a big game coming up against Oceanside, who also seems like they're the 5. So you could actually end the regular season in that 4-5 and then go ahead and play each other as well in that first round. But a lot to play for. And I feel like, having seen both these teams a few times this year live, Syosset's a dangerous team, right? Because, they're young and they're still figuring out. And at some point, with a great coach like John Calabria, forgot to mention before, in his 23rd season out of Sachem, 1989 graduate, at some point they're going to put it together, right? And that makes them a scary, scary team as you go to the tail end of this regular season and into the postseason as well.
Talking to Coach Calabria before the game, there really is a lot on the line with this one. Syosset wins this game. They ultimately clinch the 2 seed. They don't need to prepare for seeing Massapequa right from this game heading into the postseason. So as far as he was concerned, Syosset will be a top 4 seed most likely either way, but coming off the year they had last year, graduating all that talent, being a little bit under the radar this year, Coach Calabria said winning this game and getting that 2 seed going into the playoffs, in his mind, gives this 2022 team relevancy.
We'll show you the bracket, and here's why I think it's not even the worst thing in the world if you're the 4-5, right? Mm-hmm. So I think a Syosset team, again, they're still trying to figure things out.
Yep.
I'd almost think they're in a better situation to play another game, right?
Right.
So you play that 4-5, you get to Hofstra, and then you know what? You play the Chiefs maybe again, right? So in that case, yeah, of course, as you're the 2, you see the 1-2 get the bye, and then you go 3-6-4-5 in that first round. Farmingdale, we were out at Port Farmingdale, right? So Port in that game locked up at least the 2 seed.
Yep.
If Massapequa wins here, they are the 1. But again, I think if the Braves don't win this game, again, not the worst thing in the world. I think it might even be better for them just to get that extra game, right? You want to play as many games as you can, just to, especially for a team still trying to figure themselves out.
Yep. And again, Massapequa was the top dog. Syosset, for lack of a better word, the underdog, flying under the radar. But at the end of the day, Massapequa beat Port Washington and Farmingdale by 1 goal. Syosset lost to Port Washington and Farmingdale by 1 goal. 1 goal separates the top 4 teams in Nassau County Class A lacrosse.
Yeah, it's remarkable this year how tight things really are. Opening face-off, and you see right away the idea to poll. Massapequa doesn't have that guy, right? It was Quinn Tucker earlier this year, but they went with the decision to poll. That was Ryan Fountain, but as Luca Accardo often does, over 70% on the year, wins the opening faceoff and gives the Braves their first possession.
Well, you see the adjustment he made by winning the ball back, knowing that they were going with the double poll. Fountain is going to take the majority of the faceoffs today, while Schiffel will be on the wing with the shorty, and they'll put a shorty down low in order to try to neutralize Accardo. But yeah, Quinn Tucker, good faceoff midi going to SUNY New Paltz. Good faceoff man, he can win draws, but just has trouble making decisions and getting the ball to the offense after the fact. So Coach Draper said that those are just opportunities that they can't afford to pass up at this juncture of the season.
It worked well for them at Farmingdale when they used that tact against CJ Mangio, and they ended up getting that 1-goal road win.
Farmingdale definitely had a matchup advantage at the face-off stripe this past Wednesday. And again, Massapequa using a similar strategy to the Port Washington Vikings, utilizing a double pole. Again, Quinn Tucker is a talented face-off man. He could win draws, but again, his decision-making ability to set up the offense is where he struggles.
Birch's pass was intercepted, and here comes D'Alessandro. Senior football guy as well, D'Alessandro. Good look. Durnan gets it at goal line extended and hands off to McDermott.
Good job by D'Alessandro there. Good awareness early in the game to defer on the lane that he had in the fast break and dish it off to Durnan so Massapequa could get a good first possession here as Will McDermott steps on the field.
There is no alpha in this attack, which makes them so dangerous. You've got to defend all 6. And obviously, just because of the way the sport goes, right, somebody isn't going to get pulled, and that's somebody who can certainly score goals. You're not hiding guys on this Massapequa attack. Here's Durnan from X. Nice move, looks for options, kicks it out top. 37 is Braden Fitzpatrick, the junior LIU commit. If you like Vin McDermott's game, then you love Braden Fitzpatrick's, because ultimately they're nearly mirror images of each other.
Top offensive players for Massapequa are going to be playing at the next level on Long Island, Hofstra, and LIU for 3 of their top offensive threats on this Chiefs squad.
McDermott gets it out to Christie. Adam Christie to the top. That shot blocked. Fitzpatrick gets it back. And there's McDermott. He's got Catolo on them, and Catolo will get the first penalty. Good stick check by Catolo, because essentially, Dave, right? You know you're going to get the penalty, but
you got to kill the free possession. But
you do.
Fitzpatrick did a good job getting that ground ball,
and the Chiefs get it right back. So this is still alive with the delayed penalty. Low shot, good save by Friedman. Picks up the ball, and we'll have our first man-up opportunity. It'll be a cross-check, so 1 minute.
Good man-up opportunity here for Massapequa. Again, we talked about how the strength of Syosset comes from their leadership on defense, and Luca Catolo is that senior leader. Takes a penalty there, and Massapequa will have an opportunity to get on the board first.
And Catolo, not dissimilar. We saw Port, right? And they've got an incredible long stick midi as well. And Freeman, right? And they're similar guys as well. They kind of toe that line of aggression. And I remember, speaking a year ago with Calabria saying, you know what, some of the penalties that Catolo gets called for here, he will not get called for in college. But it's hard then to sort of kill your guy, right, when you know that's the case. Tic-tac-toe, and the finish inside. A really Pretty one by Radomski. And the Chiefs take a 1-0 lead.
Coach Draper really takes pride in how his offense can move the ball. You see it initiates with McDermott here. Bangs it down to Christie. Radomski's open. Syosset's a little bit late on the rotation. Again, we talked about this early. 3, 37, 11, and 12. Each and every one of them could step up in big moments, and the 4 of these players can work together, spin the rock, share the ball, and really get involved for this Chiefs offense.
Accardo wins it to himself, his second face-off win, and he'll go to the cage. Here comes Accardo, and he was kind of between decisions there. They'll give him the benefit of the doubt, saying it was a shot attempt.
I think it was the overhead shot attempt. Good possession shot. Syosset had the backup. A lot of workload to think about as it relates to Luca Accardo. Again, he's taking face-offs. He's playing offense.
And he's taking face-offs, Dave, against poles as well.
Right,
so
exactly.
You know that he's
it's
getting
a bigger
beat up.
scrap. Much bigger scrap.
Giovinco takes the bump, tries to get top side. D'Alessandro just all over him.
Good lift. Good push from the side. Solid blue-collar Massapequa Chiefs defense.
Accardo works it to X to Birch. Birch, sidearm shot fired wide.
Good backup for Syosset. Again, getting long possessions for this Braves team. Making sure they don't give anything up. Backing up their shots. Maintaining possession. Keeping it away from Massapequa offense. That's a key to victory for them, in addition to not getting down early. Not getting down by too much early.
Here's Giovinco. Tries to get inside, and again, another stick check, and again it was D'Alessandro.
2 takeaways for D'Alessandro, and he had a successful clear earlier in the game.
That was Ryan Weiserick, who now pushed it ahead to Durnan. And this Chiefs coaching staff absolutely loves Ryan Weiserick. How much so? As there's a flag on the play again against the Braves. How much so? They say he might be the best pole to ever play at Massapequa. And Dave, we know, right? Kenny Brower currently a starter for Duke. That is high praise for Ryan Weiserick. So delayed penalty here against the Braves. Their second infraction. Pumping the brakes there was Christie. He's got the shorty matchup. Now the slide comes. Still a shorty, though. Christie gets top side. Stings it low, shot wide, and we'll have another penalty against Syosset. It'll be a 30-second offside.
So again, making mistakes like that, not a key to victory for Syosset. When they're not able to back up shots or they lose possession on the ball, if Massapequa and D'Alessandro makes a good stick check like that, taking an offsides penalty, getting man down again. Coach Calabria said, getting down by too much early is not good for us. We spotted Farmingdale goals. We spotted Port Washington goals. That's not a situation that we have to claw ourselves back from today at home.
They have done it, though, but 100% is right. You can't keep going to that well, right? Here's McDermott up top. Again, Radomski shows to the cage. Ball gets out on the ground. Picked up. Good ground ball by Fitzpatrick to keep this alive.
Good pressure by Zuleta as well to make that not so easy for Fitzpatrick and then recover back in the hole here.
McDermott, as we are even. Sidearm shot finds its way through. Malika gets the goal.
We talked about his outside shooting ability. Here it is, showcased on the man up. They work it back to McDermott. Midfielders exchange. He makes the pass down to the wing. A lot of time and room there. He had the ability to take 2 full steps in and sting that low past Finkelstein.
For Malika, goal number 18 on the season. And you're right. Too much time and space. Plenty of time to not only get the hands free, but line up his shot. Early lead. Accardo gets his third faceoff win. Here comes Catolo. Pole goal attempt. Bounced over the net.
That last goal, McDermott to Malika. Hofstra to Hofstra. Have to think that Coach Tierney is going to enjoy seeing that on the tape.
Yeah, he's gotten, listen, he's in town, right? He knows these guys well.
Their season's over.
His son, one of the best, if not the best, to have played at Hofstra. Also a product of the Massapequa Chiefs. That bouncer wide by Giovenco. Backup was there. Birch. And some of my favorite battles between these rivals were here on the old field, the old grass field where ground balls were really hard to get and everything was fought for. You had guys like Tierney and Mac O'Keefe for Syosset. Some incredible battles between these two rivals.
You don't have to tell me about that. I played on that grass field here in 2003.
I loved it. I think it
was one of the better kept fields, to be honest
Yes.
with you. This venue in Mineola's Hampton Stadium were probably two of the best on Long Island at the time.
But it just made it a grittier game,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
The ground
Oh,
balls
yeah.
were just
They
battles.
die in the corner, and it would be like a hockey game.
From X, fake pass coming out. 19's Brody Waxer, an 8th grader. He's the second this week that we've seen starting, right? Port Washington had one with a pole. But Brody has backed it up, man. 10 goals and 6 assists. Here's Giovenco.
Some of the best attackmen in Syosset history started as 8th graders. Ryan Hunter, Chris Loftus, Jeff Cohen. Cohen went to Harvard. Hunter went to Ohio State. Loftus went to Duke. So that's actually been a cultural part of Calabria's plan, scouting talent early at the attack position.
Birch forced one down and went right into the stick of Gennady. Failed clear, and now a little unsettled situation. Giovenco, great pass. Oh, what a save by Gennady. Denying Spencer Newman.
Unbelievable job there by Accardo to pick that off and start that offensive possession. Great save by the Chiefs goalie.
Chiefs go quick, and they finish quick. Di Tommaso.
End to end, what a sequence. Accardo with the interception. Moved it down low to Giovenco, who got it to Spencer Newman. Great save by Gennady, and then it went back the other way. Textbook fast break lacrosse. Will Burney down low. Time, room, bullseye, and Massapequa is fired up. Syosset did not want to go down a lot early, and with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, they are on an 0-3 skid.
For Dito, the lefty, the Merchant Marine Academy commit, his 8th goal of the year to go along with 8 assists. I want to thank Moe's Southwest Grill, now with 15 Long Island locations. Moe's.com. We were really excited to do a little food review yesterday out at Mount Sinai. What do we have? We have the crunch wrap, little dip, but it's I think Moe's goes right with lacrosse, man. It's kind of a great synergy, and we love to also have that synergy with Moe's as well.
Sign me up for a chicken burrito after this game.
Yeah, you're just one game off in the food review, Dave.
Exactly.
Sorry about that,
it's
buddy.
True. No worries.
Regular season winding down here at Syosset. Braves still have a big one to come, but this is one where so much sort of jockeying for position could happen, right? As you mentioned at the very top. You want to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and especially follow us on our social media handles, because we've got postseason lacrosse coming up, right? We'll make some announcements in the coming week about what games we'll be at. This is our final regular season broadcast, but I guess it was so good for us during the season, we qualify for the playoffs as well.
Yes,
so
sir.
we'll go on and have some broadcasts there as well. So I feel like this is a recurring theme here today, Dave, where Massapequa getting it done offensively. They've got a 3-0 lead, and Accardo doing his job at the faceoff X. So far, 3 for 3.
Yeah, it's pretty much on script so far, and Syosset's just making small mistakes, and Massapequa's capitalizing on them.
This one tougher to get, and somehow they still do with Zuleta coming away with it.
And you see him directing traffic here on the clear. Really want to take advantage of that face-off win, because that's where Syosset has the advantage today.
There's Finkelstein. They've got to get it over.
Now they got to get it in the box, and a penalty.
Here's Munoz. Good job getting it to Giovenco. So first man up coming up for Syosset. Giovenco. Eyes up. Pops it back out. Disqui is 9. Sophomore, big, strong lefty. A hockey guy. Disque fires. Oh, kick save and a beauty by Gennady.
The hockey guy went to the goal, and the goalie made a hockey save.
That's why I made that call. I thought
Loved
you'd like
it.
that. Yeah.
It was on brand. Ryan Weiserick's going to go to the box here for a slash. As you said, Weiserick might end up growing to be one of the best, if not the best, defenseman in Massapequa history. Sophomore LSM, he'll probably develop into a more close defensive role later in his career, but he likes to get involved. Takes a slash there, and now Syosset will have the opportunity to get their first goal on man up.
32nd man up for the Braves. Disque gets it back. They go up top to Birch. Swing it to the far side. Birch gets it back. Low to low. Gennady says no.
It's almost as if Gennady knows the scouting report on Disque. He's a hockey player, likes to change levels and shoot low. It's like watching Wayne Gretzky go up against Patrick Waugh.
Dating yourself there. So 0 for 1. But this Braves ride, the attempted look down low, picked off by Ryan Fountain.
Ryan Fountain taking the face-offs today, now making interceptions, getting involved in the clear. This could be a 3-3 game. Gennady's making huge saves. Massapequa stepping up defensively and sparking the transition. Coach Draper's squad definitely playing with a lot of confidence in this one on the road.
There's Dito. Hands off. And is Durnin. Small but shifty and tough. Not afraid to finish in front is Michael Durnin. 3 is McDermott. Talk about the heart of this Chiefs team. It is McDermott.
Matchup with the shorty here. McDermott had 2 big moments when Massapequa met up with MacArthur earlier this season.
Spins, pops back out. Another flag, and this is getting to be a concern here for the Braves. 3rd consecutive flag on them defensively. And you know what? This is an opportunity for the Chiefs. If they take it, you would certainly expect them not to take it, and they're going to wind it all the way down. Oh, good save by Finkelstein to deny Di Tommaso.
Finkelstein responds in the battle of goalkeepers. You're right. They could have held that ball and started the half with possession. Had the look they wanted with Jack Di Tommaso wide open on the doorstep. But Syosset takes their 3rd penalty of the game. Disque's going to get called for a hold, it looks like.
I think it was an interference call, but regardless, it'll be a 30-second infraction. The 3rd man
on
up.
Catolo. So once again, your best defenseman's off the field, it looks like.
Yeah, you were counting up the time on Freeman the other day. It was 2.5 minutes, right? For Catolo, now it's 1.5 minutes.
Yep.
Of the first quarter, no less. So Chiefs here can... It's an interesting situation here because if you get it down to nothing here, you won't have to face off to start the second quarter. They get it, trying to get it to Radomski, and he was in the crease, so the Braves will get the ball. So really kind of no harm, no foul for Massapequa. Finkelstein will hold it, so there'll be 8 seconds left on the man-up opportunity, which, again, will come without a face-off, which is advantage Massapequa considering that Luca Accardo has won all 4. 12 minutes in the books, and it is all Chiefs with a 3-0 lead over the Braves of Syosset. You're watching this Nassau Conference A Showdown presented by Moe's Southwest Grill on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
The weekends are great and all, but we have something they don't. Our Mo Monday burrito deal. Enjoy your favorite burrito or bowl, plus free chips and salsa, all at a great price. We love Mo Mondays. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, sportscasts,
Under, what a look!
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Welcome back to Syosset High School. Dylan Butler, Dave Franklin here. Start of the second quarter as Massapequa has a 3-0 lead early on over the Braves, and 8 seconds still left on their third man advantage. And again, no face-off, but the quarter ended with Syosset with the ball, so the Braves could pretty easily now kill this one off.
Yep, clear it out of your own end, even throw a long pass and kill the penalty.
Here's Giovinco.
Good job by Giovinco to cross the line as an attackman to get that clearing pass. Keeps it in play. Yeah.
And there's a flag here on the push.
Jack Prudente is going to go for this one.
Out of bounds. 32nd.
So good for Coach Calabria's squad to push the issue on the clear there, right? Giovinco comes over the midfield line, exchanges with the midfielder at the attack position so he could get the ball. Faced a lot of heat because, again, Syosset was still man down in that situation, but Giovinco does a good job to turn his back to his defender, Jack Prudente. He gets called for a push and looking to get Giovinco out of bounds, and now Syosset gets another man-up opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to have to capitalize on something here, or else you're just kind of wasting all these great face-off wins by Accardo.
Well, that was going to be a waste of a man-up, and now it's going to be a waste of a penalty kill. Finkelstein could just get it back.
That was Schiffel who got in the passing lane. Finkelstein is harassed by Durnin. And now Syosset, that's Disqui. And another
Schiffel
one.
Again.
Oh,
Schiffel again, getting his stick in there.
and you know what?
Penalty.
Virtually the same, right?
Yeah.
He goes pole to pole. That's Valentine. Valentine, his pass a little bit off the mark. The penalty is killed, and Syosset will have the ball.
A little bit of a sloppy start here to the second quarter. Syosset does successfully kill the penalty. Completely useless on the man up. Gave it away right to start it. Once they were getting resettled, Schiffel again gets involved to kill it down for the Chiefs.
Oh, that's another pass, too. Fortunately, as a yard sale, it was a good stick check, knocking it away from Ryan Voigt. And another turnover here as the Chiefs will look to clear now. There's Christie. Aiden Christie. And the thing, too, about this Massapequa team, you know, we spoke with some of their opponents this year, right, getting scouting reports. And really one of the things that a lot of these coaches have said is they might not have that named guy, right, like they've had in the past, whether it's a Tierney or a Burge, Craig Burge, or a Garrett Gibbons, right? But
Langtree, if you want to go real far back.
But they're a great team, and they've got a great culture. That's a lacrosse town, man. It's a sports town, and you know they've all grown up together, all playing together, and you know they all know the basics, and they know it really well, right? Fundamentally sound.
A lot of these Massapequa kids, they actually don't play for some of the big-time national clubs like Team 91 and Long Island Express. They play for True Blue out of Merrick, a more local club, so they're able to stay together more during the summer. And again, they might not play for big national brand recognition clubs, but they have no problems getting kids to college.
Here's Christie. Spin cycle behind the cage. In front, staying out. What a great footwork there by Durnin, who extends Massapequa's lead.
1-1-1, 11-1, Aiden Christie to Michael Durnin. Michael Durnin sometimes gets left out of the conversation with all the offensive firepower that Massapequa has, but Aiden Christie, the slippery midfielder that he is, inverts, gets GLE, makes a really nice pass over the goal to find Durnin for an easy finish.
Durnin's first of the game and his 17th of the season extends Massapequa's lead to 4-0, and another face-off win for Accardo. He is 5 for 5. Here's Waxer.
Syosset really needs a valuable possession here. They've had two man-ups go down the drain. Gennadi's made a bunch of good saves that could make this a 3-4, 4-4 game.
And then they turn the ball over.
Yep. Syosset's got to pierce the score sheet here. They got to find a way.
Here's Voigt. We saw him earlier this year on that first attack line. Currently now back on the midfield. Waxer, head fake, takes a few slashes, kicks it back out to Luca Accardo. Accardo defended closely by Valentine. Giovinco back to him. Now to X. Little swim. Cut the other way. Waxer to Giovinco. Who will get their hands free? It's tough with this Massapequa defense. Voigt from up top. And this isn't a stall. This is just, they can't find the shot. There's one, and Birch finishes it low.
Syosset gets on the board for the first time today. They did a good job of creating some traffic in front, so Gennady didn't have a clear look at the ball. Really good ball movement. You see here that Tyler Birch gets open on the inside. He does a good job of firing that sidearm to the far low corner. And again, with the traffic in front, Gennady was not able to see that as easy as the others that he's facing this game.
Giovinco gets the assist, his 17th of this season. And Birch, who will go and play at Manhattanville, gets his 14th. So first face-off that doesn't go Accardo's way. And you love this. We're just seeing coming in from the stands some of the youth lacrosse players here at Syosset. We saw them on the far field, the grass field, here behind the middle school, and making their way and kind of envisioning their future. Strong move to the cage, cutting inside, losing the ball though. What a battle this is. Flags fly, elbows fly, tensions rise. It is a Nassau Conference A rivalry. We'll have a 1-minute slash against the Chiefs.
Logan Freeman saw a lot of fire there. I don't know how he kept that ball in his stick. If I'm Coach Draper, I might call for a stick check on that one. Syosset's long stick midi picked that one up in front. 5 blue jerseys were right on him on the ground ball. One looked like a check there by Baden Fitzpatrick. Puts him in the sin bin, and Syosset has the other man up opportunity. Syosset finally on the score sheet, but that was evened up.
And this, Dave, is what they've done. They've just chipped away, and what a shot! Accardo, the man up, opportunity goal, and here come the Braves. They are down by 2.
That's a good way to start a man up. Start it directly in the stick of your best player. Allow him to step in, shoot and score. Massapequa just gave him way too much time, too sloughed in, thinking about the first pass. And the do-it-all midfielder, Luca Accardo, going off to high point, shows that he could do a lot more than face off with a beautiful time and room finish high to high.
26th goal of the year. 1 for 3 now on the man up for the Braves. And look at that move by Accardo.
You know, he's feeling it off the goal.
Here he comes. Another one. Oh, what a save by Gennady. Loose in front. Gennady somehow comes up with it.
Good scramble in front by Gennady to keep possession of that ball. Talking about the squeeze hockey background. Gennady really does look like a hockey goalie today.
McDermott to Dernan. 4th save by Gennady in all of the highlight variety.
None of them were easy. No popcorn.
Lowering the shoulder as Christie gets it to X.
Christie was injured in Massapequa's game earlier in the year against MacArthur. Haven't been able to see a lot of him, but a really dynamic midfielder.
Freeing himself from his defender. That shot by Di Tommaso, and Friedman makes the save.
Good job by Finkelstein to match that one low to low. Goaltenders battling. Syosset not looking to give Massapequa more of an edge.
Oh, my bad, Zach. We go the other way. Waxer was a big part of this Braves comeback against Farmingdale a week ago, a comeback that ultimately came up just a goal short. Here's Birch. Feeds it to the crease. Giovinco off the pipe.
Good job by Gennady again. Pipe's the goalie's best friend, counts as a shot on goal, counts as a save. You force angles like that, you get low, give the shooter less to look at. Gennady's doing a good job of that today.
Waxer back to Birch. They swing it up top where Voigt will look to dodge. Accardo. If the Chiefs didn't know now, didn't know before, they know now. You've got to defend Accardo everywhere. Turnaround jump shot fired wide by Newman.
Newman, converted close defenseman, or converted LSM, converted short stick defenseman. Coach Calabria says he has great hands. That's why he made the conversion down at attack today. They felt as though Ryan Voigt would be more effective at the midfield position, dodging out of the box.
Giovinco denied and then eaten up inside.
Oh.
Another shot saved again. 2 saves for Gennady and another penalty against the Chiefs.
I'm not sure if the back judge called this on Michael Valentine. That's really far away to make that call. We'll see who gets assessed here. It is. That will be on Michael Valentine.
It'll be a 1-minute penalty, so the 4th man-up opportunity for Syosset.
There was a scrap in front, and Michael Valentine dropped to his knees in order to throw a push check. The back judge here at the 50-yard line had a clear view of it, didn't like it. Called the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy commit a penalty.
Big man up now for the Braves. Inside 5 minutes left in this first half. Here is Accardo. He stung one from here on the last man up opportunity. Gets it back. Pass, the extra look. That's eaten up again. These poles are legit. That was Fountain getting a piece.
You saw Jack Schiffel do it twice on Syosset's last man up. Ryan Fountain getting involved there. D'Alessandro's thrown a lot of takeaway checks and cleared the ball off the field. Great defensive unit here for the Chiefs.
Birch with 26 left on the man up. It's Accardo. Back to Birch. And there's Waxer. Fakes the pass. Now goes up top, a little off the mark, and Accardo unable to get it. And here comes Schiffel. In transition come the Chiefs. Durnin pumps the brakes. Penalty is up. Cutting back to his left now is McDermott.
Good job by Massapequa to slow that down. Had a few situations where they had numbers looking at the goal. McDermott, almost like a quarterback or a point guard out there, able to see traffic as it's coming in, as the penalty was expiring. Pulls it out, and now Massapequa will have their first opportunity to get a long possession in quite a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't seen anything settled in a long time, right? This game has been wild as Christie's got it. Zuleta coming out to defend him. Christie off a McDermott screen, gets it up top. And that's where Will Burney is, the junior bound for Stony Brook. Here's Dito. He's got a goal on the game. Goes the other way. He's got his man hung up. Far post. What a goal. A fantastic individual effort.
Di Tommaso, like Valentine, also going to the Merchant Marine Academy, does a great job here. Has the short stick matchup against Voigt. Again, Voigt is usually a natural attacker. Tees him up. Voigt made almost no effort on that recovery. You saw the slide come in a little bit late from Gage Sakota. And Massapequa was up by 3.
Yeah, when you're an ex-attackman, that back of the net is kind of your best friend, right?
Yep.
Because it's kind of like a screen for you as another face-off win.
And Ryan Voigt's not comfortable defending from that position.
Zuleta gets it back. Zuleta wide.
Good awareness by Zuleta to realized that he was not getting picked up upon getting the pass down to the wing attackman, takes a big shot, good possession. Good job by Waxer to back that one up.
Here is Brody up top. We suspect he will be a household name here around Syosset, especially with what he's done as an 8th grader.
He's got good size, a lot of swagger, plays with a lot of confidence. Again, part of that has to do with the fact that he's not the first 8th grader to start for this Syosset Braves attack. We've seen it before.
Bouncer by Ethan Hart, wide of the cage.
John Calabria has recreated this process with middle school players 4 times now. So Waxer probably comes in to this varsity squad with more size than the other 3. And again, has a lot of confidence knowing that this has worked for Syosset's offense in the past.
Here's Birch. Nearly lost the tire. Birch lowers the shoulder, gets top side, fires a left-handed shot. Or, excuse me, a low right-handed shot. No backup there. And again, great pull work. That time by Kevin Fiola.
And good job by Will Burney to have the backup. Be able to start this clear with the short stick coming up from Massapequa.
Here comes McDermott, cutting it upfield.
Man, McDermott just does such a good job of seeing the field and utilizing his speed and recognizing where he has lanes.
How excited must he be for the prospects, and they are very good right now from Massapequa, of their first playoff game being at his future home at Syosset Stadium.
Yep. Talked about that yesterday with Farmingdale, having a Hofstra commit as well.
Loda high! Stinging it was Di Tommaso, his 3rd of the game.
Hat-trick for Di Tommaso. We saw him score inverting from X earlier. This time, Burney, the Stony Brook commit, gets it to Di Tommaso. Good toe drag from the top of the box upon receiving that ball. Really caught the defender out of position, was able to pull that in one motion on the shot, changed levels like an elevator, and stung the quarter on Finkelstein.
Burney's 2nd assist. Di Tommaso, goal number 3. Good stick check. Accardo goes down, but they'll call the push. Ooh, and a late flag as well.
Someone must have said something.
Or is that a delay of game?
And is the penalty on Accardo?
No, it's going to be against Massapequa. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 minute, and he stays in.
So I think that Ryan Fountain was getting called for a hold and then had something to say after the call. You see there that Luco Accardo came to the bench to switch sticks. So, again, typically it's hard to shoot and pass with a face-off stick. And I think in situations where Luco Accardo is coming in a settled situation, he uses a different stick here as we see that exchange from the coaching staff.
Final minute of this first half, and the Braves will have it with a man up. And, that is
Tyler
just
Birch
not a smart play.
Tyler Birch and Waxer just showing the youth and the inexperience there. Unforced error.
And again, it comes with, as you see on the clock, 52.9, but 48 on the man up, right? So if the Chiefs can get a clear, which hasn't been easy, Syosset's a great riding team, but if they can get the clear, essentially that 1 minute penalty, which is locked in, will be null and void, right?
Yeah.
Big one here at Syosset. We head to the postseason, and what a great first playoff game we've got. Speaking of Syosset Stadium, we will be there. It is for what they play for as Chaminade and St. Anthony's round 3, but this one is for the silverware as the Flyers take on the Friars. Opening face-off 4 o'clock. Join myself and Rob Pennell on the call for that one. Chaminade last night, a big win at Manhasset in the 13th Regs Rock. We had that game for you guys on Varsity Media, part of our triple header of sorts. I was out with Mike Hungerford at that Mount Sinai Shoreham Wading River game, where Mount Sinai, in a battle of undefeated teams in Suffolk Sea, they remained so, handing Shoreham Wading River their first loss, and then Cold Spring Harbor locking up the top seed in the C playoffs, although, again, they are a D as the rest of the playoffs go. But in that CD conference, right, they are the top seed, beating Southside in a defensive struggle at home. Big collision, and a flag flies. We're going to have a penalty against Syosset. And what Massapequa will love to do right now is just kill off their man down and then start the second half with a man up. That was on the clear. As long as they keep pushing this ball around, they're in good shape. Going to the cage, though. Faking the shots was Fitzpatrick, and then losing it, Zuleta comes away. It was a big collision right in front of the Braves bench.
Should be a push on John Munoz.
It'll be an elbow. So it'll be a 1 minute.
On Waxer. Waxer riding too hard from the attack position, so.
No, well, on 20, it was
on Munoz.
Yep. But it was an elbow. Well, 1 minute.
So, yeah, Massapequa pushed up the field with the one-man clear, and Aiden Christie got across the midfield line, draws the push, and a lot of power plays in this game.
Yeah, they combined 9 with 2 goals split between the two teams.
So both teams' man-down units not doing a bad job.
No. And certainly here, we don't expect anything from Massapequa as the first half comes to an end. And what a first half it was for the top-seeded Chiefs, who have a 6-2 lead over Syosset, and they'll start the third quarter with 56 seconds of a man up to boot. You're watching this Nassau Conference A Showdown presented by Moe's Southwest Grill on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At Moe's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Moe's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services.
At this time, the coaches.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Welcome to Moe's! At Moe's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Moe's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Here, fresh is what we do. From daily made faves like guac to mouth-watering protein like all-natural white meat chicken. Go ahead, crave, customize, and enjoy with your free chips and salsa. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
The weekends are great and all, but we have something they don't. Our Mo Monday burrito deal. Enjoy your favorite burrito or bowl, plus free chips and salsa, all at a great price. We love Mo Mondays. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Thunder, what a look!
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
When your crew crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At Moe's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Moe's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity.
Welcome back to Syosset High School. Start of the second half, moments away. Dylan Butler, Dave Franklin here with you at 6-2 in favor of Massapequa. Here's a look at some of the first half stats. You see Syosset with the edge in shots, 17-11. 7 big saves early on for Gennady. Face-offs, again, we expected it to be a dominant facet for Syosset. It has been 6 of 7 for Ricardo, and a lot of special teams play here as it's 9 combined penalties in that first half. Both teams scoring once with a man up.
Biggest thing that stood out to me from the half was definitely the play of Matthew Gennady. Syosset's found a way to get 2 past him, but ultimately he's really seeing the ball, positioning himself well, playing the angles. Again, if there's an advantage that Syosset has in this game, it relies on their close defense, and they certainly have an advantage at the face-off X as well. Massapequa has a better offense, but the goaltending battle is arguably pretty equal, but Gennady's having a much better day than Finkelstein so far.
It's funny. I feel like if you take pieces of both of these teams, you put the Massapequa attack, and again, this is no disrespect to the Poles, because I think the Poles and Massapequa are great. You take the face-off from Syosset, right? Yeah. You maybe split goalies maybe in the game.
Yeah.
That might be the best team on Long Island.
Yep.
But then again, Mount Sinai might beat them.
Right. Because they seem to have all the pieces there. But there's no question about it, despite the fact that Syosset's a little bit depleted from last year, having graduated A.J. Alexander, Joe Buetti, Dan Garone, Nick Accardo. They still have a lot of important core pieces to make a good lacrosse team in Nassau County Class A, which is no tall order. Despite the fact that they lost this talent, they didn't lose their spot in the top 4 to Oceanside or Hicksville. They've remained constant.
Yeah, and we said it before, right? 155 career points by A.J. Alexander, 111 by Joe Buetti. That you just don't make that up
56
in the course of the season.
Buetti went to Marist. Alexander went to Providence College. Accardo's at Stevens Tech now. So, again, a lot of point production, a lot of next-level talent that Syosset lost off their attack unit last year.
Massapequa starts with a 56-second man-up opportunity off that late penalty against Syosset. So another opportunity here for the Chiefs. Good job by Zuleta getting his stick in the passing lane, but it stays with Massapequa. 33 left on the extra man. Radomski just kind of sitting there back post waiting to make the cut. He's got it now. Losing it for a moment was Fitzpatrick. He gets it back, though. Operating from X is Christie. Oh, what a move. Tried to get a pass off, or he took the shot, they'll say, and backing it up was Malika with 11 seconds left on the man up.
A.J. Zuleta and Luca Catolo did a good job of getting their sticks in the passing lane to slow down the Massapequa offense here.
Radomski back to McDermott. We're even. McDermott from up top. Hands off, and there's Radomski.
Good matchup for Radomski against a short stip. Luca Accardo has done a lot today. Take face off, played both ways. Got to be a little tired.
Radomski tried to fire a pass out to Malika.
That's over and back.
And it will be Syosset ball.
Both teams with unforced turnovers in the offensive end. Again, exciting Class A lacrosse, but a little bit sloppy.
Can they capitalize? A little unsettled! Giovinco! Low to high.
If Syosset was going to have any chance in this game, they did need their most experienced attackman to get involved, and he does that there. Slow transition here for Syosset. They find Giovinco open on the wing, and he really stung the corner and ununiquely found Matthew Gennady out of position. Gennady has been doing a really good job of following the ball and making sure that he's framed to the shooters, but he's a little bit late on that one, and Giovinco makes him pay.
Goal number 20 for Adam Giovinco, and it feels like there's almost always been a Giovinco in the Syosset lineup, where brother Andrew at Stony Brook and Alex at Jacksonville. Now it's Adam with the opportunity. Face-off win for Massapequa, just their second.
And you got to think Massapequa wants to slow it down now. Just gave up a goal. Lead is a little bit depleted. Drawing a penalty if the ref calls it here.
Dernan knocked down by Catolo.
They're going to call him for a ward or a hold. Perhaps withholding the ball when he got pushed down. It looks like it's going to be a Syosset ball. Timeout. Oh, it was a timeout by
Massapequa. he got the timeout. We'll show you again the standings and sort of how this, or the importance of this one for both of these teams. Massapequa undefeated in conference play, so they're atop the Nassau Conference A standings. And Port Washington, that's how pivotal their win at Farmingdale was the other day.
Yep.
They jumped the Dalers into second, and Farmingdale right behind them, and Syosset currently at fourth. We expect, again, unless Syosset comes back here, some version of those top four will stay the top four. Oceanside's just behind, but still there is a gulf between 4 or 5, and then below that is Plainview, Hicksville, and East Meadow. The top 6 make it to the postseason. Top 2 seeds get a first-round bye. You go 3, 6, 4, 5. So it's likely that Farmingdale, I think it's Hicksville. Yeah, you see they're 4 and 2, so they're actually the 6th seed. So Hicksville would take on Farmingdale, again, if seeds hold. And then Syosset would take on Oceanside, with Port and Massapequa earning that all-important first-round bye. So off the timeout. Possibly another high shot. Not called. Step down. Great save by Finkelstein.
Finkelstein saw that all the way on Aiden Christie. Syosset was looking for a ward-off, but now they got numbers.
Extra pass to the crease. Losing it, though, and there's D'Alessandro.
So you see the inexperience of a converted defensive player playing attack on the fast break. Looked like a good opportunity for Brady Waxer to get on a score sheet with the assist there, but Newman just unable to control it.
Connor Enright gets the clear. He gets it to Malika, our impact player today for the Chiefs. And how about Enright getting to the sideline and getting big hugs for that clearance? Great job by him. Turnover, though. Giovinco comes away. And now can Syosset get something in transition? Wexer, the extra pass. Step down shot. And a goal. Disqui. A fantastic finish. A great look by Waxer. And these Braves will not go away.
And that's just textbook give and go on the fast break there, right? Disqui brings it in. Slow break, gets it to Waxer on the wing, continues to accelerate through the pass. Nobody picks him up, and he fires that one low to beat Matthew Gennady between the legs. Again, Waxer, really impressive 8th grade player, plays with a lot of maturity and confidence, great vision. Lost an assist on the previous fast break where Newman wasn't able to handle it, but he gets it back there, courtesy of Disqui.
Accardo, the face-off win.
Gennady was winning the battle 2-0 before that one as it related to...
Big ground ball by Accardo, but he's down. He's getting whacked at by the poles. Maybe this is a good timeout opportunity. Instead, the flags fly as Massapequa, it appears, will go down again. This will be a 1-minute slash.
Looks like it's going to... drawing a lot of heat. 4 Massapequa jerseys on. It looks like they got Fitzpatrick there for the push at the end. But yeah, or a slash rather. Calabria held off on calling the timeout as he probably suspected that Luca was good to get a call on him. As you see, he again switches out his stick. Puts the
this one he hopes has goals in it. Gets it back. Got to play him. He scored from there before. Giovinco steps down, back out. Accardo fires high, just off the mark.
So they're certainly looking for Accardo in the top middle there on that man up. The man up goal that he scored, again, good stick play by Massapequa getting in the lane.
That's what they've done all game long. That time it was Valentine, and you could say the same about
Syosset as well, sure.
Oh, no, I was going to say the multiple polls for Pequa. Yep. D'Alessandro, Valentine, Fountain, Schiffel. They've all done a great job getting their sticks in passing lanes.
And it slows down the Syosset man up. Doesn't allow them to get into a rhythm.
Good fake by Birch. Pole comes out on him, and that's, again, the work by the pole. This time you credit Schiffel, the junior, getting in on the hands and causing that turnover.
Yep, didn't need to cause the turnover off the pass there. Did a good job of checking the low hands as he was trying to get separation. Back blue ball.
Oh, fantastic job there on the clear by Bernie. I mean, that was textbook. That's it. You went side to side with the poles. Bernie cuts to the middle, and then he just is off to the races.
McDermott, Bernie, and Christie are all very shifty midfielders. Not the biggest, strongest guys in the field, but they are fast, and they could really see the lanes well.
McDermott thought he had an opportunity there on Catolo, bounced it back out. We're even again. So still, both teams only one man-up goal with 10 combined opportunities. They'll shift it to the far side for McDermott. Up top, it's Christie. Beats his man, goes low to high, and he stings the post. But good job as well by Finkelstein because he saw it the whole way.
Chance that shot caught the edge of Finkelstein's stick as it hit the pipe, and certainly ricocheted upward. Again, really shifty move there by Aiden Christie to create his own shot.
Durnan tries to find the cutter. He does, and Fitzpatrick, he was just in the box, comes out moments later, and he extends Massapequa's lead.
Good job by Michael Durnan. Adex start to push GLE, and you see the backdoor cut by Fitzpatrick. Got a little bit of action as he was cutting toward the goal, but was able to maintain his composure, catch, and score.
Fitzpatrick, a great first step, has a knack for going north-south to the cage, as we just saw. His 18th goal of the year, another face-off win for Accardo. Waxer!
That's the first good look at the goal that Waxer's had today, getting off the assist that he had off Syosset's last goal. Couldn't hit the mark.
Waxer had a monster game against Farmingdale. As now Disqui gets it back to Giovinco off a pick. That one by Newman. Double comes. Good work to X. Cutter, that's a tough one to catch and shoot. Good opportunity there for Owen Azevedo, part of that second midfield unit. He really had to work there to kind of make the catch and still get the shot off.
Cutting through traffic.
Speaking of cutting through traffic, that was Bernie on the LIE in rush hour. He goes down hard.
That's on Disqui. That's a late hit from behind.
And with so many penalties, you wonder now if this is an opportunity to lock him in, potentially. Here's McDermott. Good to see Bernie back up. Low shot fired wide of the mark by Malika, and we'll take a look now at this penalty call as the officials discuss.
Should be a push on Desquay. Cross-check.
Oh, it is unreleasable, so it's a 2-minute cross-check.
So if you're Massapequa here, you want to make this a long possession. You don't necessarily want to take an early shot. You have 2 minutes, non-releasable, late in the third quarter. Man-up's been sloppy on both ends today. Good opportunity for the Chiefs to go off 4.
Or more. Because, again, it's he's locked in at 2 minutes. McDermott. Again, Radomski's a guy you got to keep an eye out for, man. He's so dangerous right around the cage. There he is, and there's the finish.
The Massapequa offense is very effective around the crease. Great man-up goal. They'll continue to stay man-up here. Again, they really distract you with what they do at the top there. McDermott gets it down to Malika. Good job by Malika to hold back that shot, wait a second, make the extra pass, and then tic-tac-toe, similar to at least 2 other goals that we've seen from Massapequa. Radomski is the beneficiary at the end.
So smart is Radomski. Of course, his dad, Tim, was the longtime head coach here, or for Massapequa, as there's a push off the face-off. So another win for Ricardo.
Syosset's man down, so you're going to see a lot of pressure from Massapequa here.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
And
there's
they got
another
a penalty.
flag. Listen, we expected as a second flag comes flying in behind. I think we've got 2 infractions here against the Chiefs.
Looks like both might be on Weiserek. At least
You got a slash.
Weiserek again might end up growing up to be the best defenseman in Massapequa history. He's young, he's fiery, he plays LSM and close defense. Takes his second penalty of the game. Again, both teams, both coaches have to recognize that in situations where one guy has the ball and there's a little bit of a team up, it seems like the ball carrier is calling the penalty every time. So, again, you want to approach those double team and triple team situations with a little bit of poise so you don't get up in the penalty box.
So we'll play 5-on-5 for the next minute and 6 seconds. That was 2 penalties that add up to 2 minutes. It wasn't an unreleasable one on Weiserek, so that's why you saw those 2 flags, both against him.
And Massapequa was still man up, so there goes their power play. Syosset had the ball. They could have been really more patient on defense and gotten a turnover another way and gotten back to work on offense, but instead, Weiserek's in the box and we're playing even, and Syosset will have their opportunity to be man up shortly.
Here's Birch. Up top to Accardo. Syosset in this second half has the edge. Great job, and again, stick in the passing lane. Waxer, though, picks it up. Quick ball movement, getting top side. Giovinco to Accardo, and that shot was high. Backup was there.
Syosset fortunate to have the backup there. Again, it shows that Newman's not a natural attackman. He's really had some issues corralling the ball in.
This restart comes with 19 seconds left on the 5-on-5. Birch has it.
Birch doesn't need to rush it here. He could wait for the release.
He does force one, though, and Giovinco fortunate to come up with it. Back to Birch. Now it's a man up for 47 seconds for Syosset.
Oh, and Acevedo releases in.
Birch. There's a shot by Waxer wide of the mark.
36-second man up. Again, fortunate to only suffer 1 goal with the 2-minute non-releasable. Here's an opportunity to bring it back within 3, being man up for another 31 seconds.
Here's Waxer from X. We said this was a rivalry game, and the parade to the penalty box says as much. Great finish at the crease. A man-up opportunity goal. And it's Newman who gets it.
The converted LSM and short stick defensive midi who had issues controlling the ball in this game, finally able to catch and finish off the cut, beats 2 defensemen who were sleeping on him, splits them both, finally able to bring that one in off Giovinco's pass and finishes quickly past Gennady before he has an opportunity to set himself.
So Newman gets his 10th goal of the year. Giovinco, his 2nd assist of the game, his 18th on the season. Ground ball. This looks like it will go Pequa's way, and it does. Well, they go something quick, feeding it to the crease. Finkelstein out of his cage to try to win it. So Pequa will get the face-off win, but it doesn't result in anything. And now a quick clear for the Braves. They'll look to push. Waxer. Wide of the mark. No back. Oh, there was back up there. Closest to the ball, they say, was Giovinco.
Another good look at the cage by Waxer, just having trouble finding the frame. Shot a couple wide and high today.
Here's Waxer at X. You get the feeling this next goal is a huge one, right? Because if it goes Syosset's way, it's now a 2-goal game. Here's Waxer. Giovinco, low to low, saved by Gennady.
Good job by Waxer to find Giovinco. Good job of Giovinco to change levels. Again, Gennady had a good look. That's going to be a push from behind and potentially an offside on Waxer.
Connor loses his stick. And another penalty on Syosset.
You know, sometimes you have to read the room in a game like this where there's a lot of penalties, and that's where an 8th grader will act in character and show a little bit of immaturity. Again, not only did he cross over the line without recognizing if he had the back up at the midfield, but that was a blatant push. And Massapequa will go back on the man up. What is that, the 11th, 12th total?
It feels like it. This is their 8th man up opportunity. No, sorry, Massapequa's, right? I counted the other way. It is their 7th man up opportunity. They're 2 for 6.
And again, they could have done more damage on their last man up on the unreleasable, but then they ended up in the penalty box themselves.
Fitzpatrick topside, turns 8 up there by Catolo. Like a Moe's burrito. Catolo out of midfield. He loses it. And we go the other way.
Good job by D'Alessandro there to keep that possession whole for Massapequa.
Inside roll on. Good job. I think Finkelstein got a piece.
Finkelstein does a good job of forcing shooters to shoot high. And again, situations where you hit the crossbar and miss the mark like that, again, he forces shooters to do that. It's a good part of his game. That's one of the reasons he is the 12th goalie in 23 years to compete or commit to compete at the collegiate level from the Syosset Braves program.
Over and back against the Chiefs. Quick opportunity here on the transition for the Braves. Accardo! Oh, Waxer the finish.
First shot on cage for Waxer. First goal of the game for Waxer. He now has a goal and an assist. Again, the talented 8th grader took a bad penalty just before, but gets it back for his coach. You were talking about the next goal being a big one. It looked like Massapequa was going to be able to capitalize and take that next goal on a man opportunity courtesy of Waxer, but Waxer gets back on the field and stings it low to make it a 2-goal game.
Waxer's 11th of the season. Disqui, his 6th assist, and we have a 2-goal game. Face-off win, and again, just violent whacks of the stick. That was an attempted pass, so it will go Syosset's way.
Ryan Fountain won the face-off. Syosset did a good job of collapsing on him to make him force a bad pass and get the ball back. Looks like there's going to be a timeout, Syosset.
That's the only thing I think slowing anything down right now. 12.3 left in this third quarter. An 8-6 lead for Massapequa. And again, we want to thank Moe's Southwest. How delicious does that look right there, Dave?
Can we go there?
Well, listen, what we do is go to Moe's.com, right? We place our order. Don't have to wait, right? We just go and pick it up. And if you want to place your catering order for any special event, maybe a tailgate, right, at a Stewart Stadium coming up for the postseason, contact Moe's. They've got 15 locations throughout Long Island, so the odds are pretty good that they'll have a location anywhere near Hofstra. There's no doubt about that.
Yep. Again, high school lacrosse postseason tailgate, graduation party, Moe's got you covered.
They absolutely do. So 8-6 the lead for Massapequa. And it's been one of those weird games, right? Because, again, with so many penalties, there's so many opportunities, it feels like it should or could almost be a larger lead for the Chiefs, but that's the way this has been Syosset's DNA, I feel like, throughout this entire year, is you get a big deficit and you just chip away. You've got the hammer going, and you're just chipping away. Their issue this year, though, is they haven't gone over the edge.
Right?
Like, they've been close so often. All these one-goal losses they've had, as Waxer gets the ball. 3 one-goal losses this year. 9-8 at Southside. 11-10 at Port to the crease. And it wouldn't have counted anyway, as there was a crease violation on Syosset. And then 9-8 here a week ago on the Varsity Media Sports Network to Farmingdale. It's a 2-goal game as we head to the final 12 minutes of regulation. This Nassau Conference A showdown, which is presented by Moe's Southwest Grill, is right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Here, fresh is what we do. From daily made faves like guac to mouth-watering protein like all-natural white meat chicken. Go ahead, crave, customize, and enjoy with your free chips and salsa. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Syosset. Dylan Butler, Dave Franklin here. It is our final quarter of the regular season, and the Braves faithful have come out on what's kind of an overcast day here, right, out in Syosset, but they are hoping to celebrate what could be a signature win. There's still more work to do for the Braves, down by 2, but the guy here, Luca Accardo, has been money as expected. Another face-off win of a wild pass, though, trying to push it upfield. Somehow, though, it's recovered by the pole, the freshman pole, William Cawley. All sorts of unsettled situations there as Waxer tried to feed the crease, trying to get it to Newman, and a turnover by the Braves.
Again, Newman had a nice goal earlier, but attack is not his natural position. There have been 3 or 4 opportunities besides the one goal that he has where he could have scored if he was more efficient with the quick stick on the doorstep. But furthermore, Evan Ostranger really didn't need to force the issue with that backhanded pass.
To the goal, Finkelstein makes the stick save on the pole attempt.
That's an important save by Finkelstein. Again, keeps within 2 goals. And if Massapequa went up 3 with a pole goal and bringing it in there with their senior defender.
That was D'Alessandro with the attempt.
Would have been a huge momentum shift for the Chiefs if they had gotten that goal.
Here's McDermott. He's got the short stick matchup for now. You could see kind of eyeballing him really closely is Gage Sakata as well, looking to possibly come for the slide. McDermott kicks it back out. Quick ball movement. Di Tommaso, he's got 3 on the day. Zuleta all over him. McDermott spins. And he kicks it back out to Radomski. He'll back up. And again, he's got the shorty in Munoz.
Yep, they make the switch there. Now Cawley is guarding McDermott, but ultimately Munoz, that's who Massapequa was looking to dodge on.
Oh, in and out of the stick. Here is a great opportunity for the Braves. They'll push transition. Waxer, and again, stick in the passing lane. What a job by Ryan Fountain.
Good job by Evan Ostranger to spark that fast break. And that's a situation where you can't blame Newman for not finishing that one. The pass was really just off the mark by Waxer. Good job by Massapequa to deflect that again.
Here's Waxer. A 2-goal game. Birch. They'll switch on him. Back out to Accardo, and he'll reverse it to the other side. That's where Desquie is. Tries to get downhill. Low shot blocked. And feeling that one you saw there was Connor Enright. He is still limping, the short stick D midi. Giving it up for his team, man. That doesn't make it into the box score, but he's going to get a lot of love on that sideline. Selling out for your team.
Enright doesn't make it into the game much, but when he does, again, doesn't get on the score sheet, but makes us say his name with a big play.
Aaron pass, big hit. Ground ball is still battled for. Still loose. And the Braves come up. Look out. Interception at midfield by McDermott.
That was a good job by Jack T. Tomaso on the ride to force that pass to go up in the air and fall into the stick of McDermott.
You got to say, when Calabria breaks down this game tape, there are ample opportunities for his side to not only get close or tie, but certainly also take the lead. Downhill, low shot. Another save by Finkelstein.
Great job by Finkelstein to get out on that rebound and bring it back into the crease to spark the clear here.
He got on Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick and Desquie chirping a little bit in this rivalry game.
Good job by Gage Staccato there to show himself as an option at midfield.
Oh, what a look! And somehow, did Giannotti get a piece, or did that go
Michael
off of
Valentine's helmet? So Newman able to bring in a pass, something that he's had issues doing over the course of this game. Gets the shot off, but the noggin of Valentine turns that away.
Here's Waxer. Goes opposite the screen. Kicks it out to Accardo. Swings it to Voigt on the far side. Voigt tries to go downhill. Fires from distance. Johnny had a good step on that one, but it goes wide.
Again, John Voigt typically starts at the attack position that Adam Newman has. Coach Calabria thought that he would be a better matchup out of the box, dodging against the short stick, Connor Enright.
Double comes back out to Accardo. Up top is Ryan Voigt. Voigt swings it. Accardo. Dangerous pass into the poles. Intercepted. That was Giovinco with the pass. Now he gets the turnover off the ride. Skip pass, far side, and the goal! The finish by Desquie.
Giovinco makes up for his mistake. Tried to force a pass in there to Newman, who again has had trouble controlling the ball today. Gets the ball back on the ride, sees Desquie far side. Way too far out on the wing for Giannotti to make a play at it. And Desquie does a good job of finding some room low to make this a one-goal game.
And with so many penalties thrown today, I think Fountain was almost lucky there as well. Little push after the goal as well. So yes, another one-goal game. Third assist for Giovinco. Desquie's second goal. Accardo, clean face-off win. The Braves thought they were pumping there for a second. Thinking about it was Cawley, the freshman. And now Syosset has the ball with a chance to tie. This game is so important in the Nassau Conference A standings.
And Accardo will take this offensive possession out. He's pretty gassed right now.
Shot wide of the mark by Birch. The Chiefs come to Syosset as the top seed right now in Nassau Conference A. Syosset is 4. There's Waxer, another flag.
2-man game with Giovinco and Waxer. Looks like D'Alessandro is going to take another penalty.
That was thrown a little bit late as well. Here's Voigt. Good size for Voigt.
Good defensive play by Bernie.
Birch, can he get top side? Swings it to his left, back to his right, and gets the pass off to Waxer. He'll play catch at X. Desquie invites the contact. That's been a fun matchup. Those guys have been in each other's ears as well as their hands, and it's another penalty to be a 1-minute slash against the Chiefs.
Not sure if this is on Bernie or Fountain. But yep, excellent job by Jack Schiffel to body up on Desquie there. Really good short stick defensive midfield play by Will Bernie and Kevin Fiola. Watch out for 43 in blue next year. I guess kind of similar to Adam Newman. He is a jack of all trades. He could play short stick D-midi as they've asked him to this season. He is also a very talented long pole as well. And here comes Schiffel. Another pick. Another pick by Schiffel. That's the way to kill a penalty, man.
And he goes pole to pole, blowing out a tire, but he gets the timeout
by Draper.
That was Valentine at midfield.
That's great coaching. I think that's the third time today where Syosset's man-up opportunity was thwarted within the first 8 seconds by Schiffel or one of the other Massapequa poles picking it off or deflecting a pass. Great recognition by Coach Draper, seeing that pole-to-pole connection as Fountain was bringing it across the midfield line, got into a little bit of trouble. Field's a little bit wet. We had a little bit of drizzle in between the quarters. And Massapequa will now have a nice possession with 6 minutes left, 1-goal lead on the road.
Another big one for you on the Varsity Media Sports Network, the biggest of all in the Catholic League, as Chaminade takes on St. Anthony's. Round 3 is for the Nassau-Suffolk CHSAA AAA title. That game at Hofstra Stadium, a 4 o'clock opening face-off for that one. Those two teams very much in Ben Turchin's Sweet 16 poll, and we'll show it to you now. St. Anthony's just knocked off their top perch after conceding 5 goals in the final 2 minutes to Darien on the road. Mount Sinai, obviously they just beat Shoreham, right? So we expect them to stay where they are. Chaminade, perhaps some movement there where they can, you know, they're kind of humming a little bit right now. Big win in Reeves Rock against the Manhasset team that's now lost their 4th game of the year. You have any complaints about the Sweet 16? Tell Ben about it.
Syosset doubling right off the whistle here again. Syosset's man up.
There's McDermott getting it to X. 34 seconds left in the man down for Massapequa.
And Massapequa just has the right personnel to kill a penalty like this. They have a lot of speed, create a lot of space. Again, there's some strength to Syosset's defensive core, but at the midfield position, really just don't have the legs to match up with these Massapequa horses, or at least the personnel they have on the field right now. All these guys could run really well.
McDermott checks the scoreboard over his right shoulder, which now reads, we're even. As out of the box runs Nate Urban, kind of that 4th attackman for Massapequa. Junior lefty's got 2 goals and 4 assists on the year. Was banged up a little bit earlier in the year, had an upper body injury. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's got the shorty, curls inside, switches to the other side of X. That's where McDermott is. McDermott beats his man, goes high, and Finkelstein with the save. Just as you were saying, Dave, he kind of forces you to go high, makes the save, but a turnover in midfield. And now Massapequa. Munoz knocks it away. Wild stuff here at Syosset. Skip pass. We are tied. Giovinco the finish.
Back and forth Lacrosse. Adam Newman, the converted defensive player, scored a goal earlier. He'll get the assist on this one. Ostranger sparked the break. Good recognition by Newman to make that pass early down low to Giovinco, who scores his second of the game. And we are all tied up. We talked about it from the beginning of the telecast. This underdog young Syosset team should not be taken lightly in every single game in which Massapequa, Syosset, Farmingdale, and Port Washington, with the exception of the Port Washington-Farmingdale game that we just called, they're all within one goal of each other.
And another face-off win for Ricardo. The Braves have a chance, I believe, to take their first lead of the game.
That'd be right. Opportunity to get a 2-seed. Coach Calabria said if we're able to win today, this 2022 squad will be relevant. Being in the top four is an expectation for us. We want to be a threat for the championship. And if we're able to beat this Massapequa team today with the way that we're seated, we could show everyone that we're for real.
Fountain deflected that pass. Waxer off the restart. Beats his man. Fires. Gennady out of his cage now, though. Disqui turns. Behind the back by Waxer. Now the Chiefs look to clear. Up and down we go. Overhand shot, and the finish. How about it, Will Burney?
Burney's been doing a lot today. Certainly had to do a lot of work on the defensive end, and now he turns on the burners. Burney's burners on the fast break late in the game. Thought about making that extra pass to Durnan. Looks back, takes it upon himself, and is able to beat Finkelstein high, which has been a challenge today for Massapequa. Gets the lead back with 3:07 left.
Burney's 20th of the season. 9-8 the lead for Massapequa. Quickly, the call is made. Ricardo gets another face-off win.
Push there on Ryan Fountain. So now Ricardo gets to play offense, but he won't be able to change his stick. He's playing with his face-off stick. You can see the pink tape at the top. In other situations, he changes stick out with his assistant coach.
Oh, yeah, that thing's a mess. Birch. Right into the stick of Gennady.
That face-off twig that Ricardo uses, it is pinched, it is popped. It is certainly disformed, not ideal for playing offense with if you don't have to.
They get the clear. Here's Durnan now.
Now it's about smart lacrosse for Massapequa. You're up by 1. 2:30 left. You're on the road. Could it be a pivotal win for you? A season-changing win for Syosset? A rivalry game nonetheless? You might see each other again.
Important to note here, when the clock gets down to 2 minutes, Massapequa's got to keep the ball in. The stall warning comes on automatically. And that's where Fitzpatrick is going. Trying to get it to a nice safe spot. Stall warning on now. Fitzpatrick push from behind. Now gets top side. Low shot this time. Finkelstein got a beat, and it stays, though, with the Chiefs.
And again, once that stall warning is on and you have to stay in between the box, we talked about this with Port Washington. They like to spread it out. Massapequa has wheels to run, but if you have to stay confined to that area, it makes things more difficult. Great takeaway check by Catola.
Catola, yeah, that's Urban losing it. Catola jumps up. Urban gets it back.
Finkelstein didn't know that they didn't have it. Finkelstein was running up the field to be a part of the clear there.
Urban's in trouble there, trying to split defenders. It's still loose. There is Finkelstein. And now a timeout by Syosset.
Oh boy, what a ground ball! What a ground ball by number 1 in white. Out of the cage for a second. Kind of misread the situation, but 50-50 situation there. He comes into the corner, scoops it up. Good timeout by John Calabria. 1:19 left, down by 1 goal. Going to have to clear it out of your own end, but plenty of time to bring this to extra lacrosse.
Yeah, if it's a good time to kind of look, right, at how these teams have fared with extra lacrosse. Massapequa has been very good at it. They did lose at Southside 8-7, but then they won in overtime against Wantagh and won in overtime at Port as well.
And the MacArthur win doesn't count as an overtime
that was
win,
about
but it might have well have
100%.
been. Might have well have been.
Yeah, 10-game winning streak right now for the Chiefs. In their last 3 games, they've outscored their opposition, which has been Oceanside, Hempstead, and Uniondale, 64-4.
I was looking at the schedule on Wednesday when we were calling the Port Washington Farmingdale game. Saw that Massapequa had Uniondale and Syosset had East Meadow. Certainly figured that both of these teams would be coming in with wins today. Certainly
Syosset with 3 one-goal losses on the year. 2 in conference, 11-10 at Port, and here 9-8 against Farmingdale. Off the timeout, Finkelstein
setting himself up as an option. Timeout Massapequa. Oh.
They say that he moved before the... Well, whatever, it'll be Massapequa ball.
I'm not sure what the call was, though.
Stall warning back on. There's the double. Finkelstein comes in. Ball is loose. Syosset ball as it goes over the end line. 1:09. Still plenty of time.
Only wasted 10 seconds with that.
Here come the Braves. Dangerous pass. Pole to pole, under a minute. Here's Javinko. He's got the hot hand. To Newman. Step down. Just missed the mark. What an opportunity for Spencer Newman.
He brought in the pass. He caught it. He shot it. It was a good shot just over the bar.
Here's Waxer. To Birch. Birch. Looking for options. 37 seconds. Here is Accardo. 10 on 10. Accardo fires wide. Good job defensively by the long stick midi, Schiffel. 30 seconds. Here's Waxer to Birch. Birch hands off. Losing it was Newman on the stick check. And Massapequa gets the ball.
Good lift by Valentine. Good job exploiting the least experienced attackman on the field. 15 seconds left for Massapequa to close this out.
10-man ride right now for Syosset. Oof. Newman hits his own man. Attempting to make the check. Massapequa survives. 9-8 the final.
Syosset proves they're always able of being capable to stay within 1 goal of their top 3 opponents within the conference, but they start the game down, have to build themselves back up, and just always seems to be too little too late for this year's Syosset Braves team.
There still is another regular season game in the postseason as well, and I think we could expect likely these 2 teams to face off against each other again at Hofstra Stadium in the semifinals. It just kind of seems like it's almost inevitable, right, at this point. And for those guys in that huddle, you get that survive in advance sort of feeling right now as the postseason is right around the corner. Syosset had an excellent chance, a few looks as well to tie the score, but the Chiefs do pull this one out. What a game for both teams as they head, after one more game in the regular season, to the postseason. Another 1-goal game for us on the Varsity Media Sports Network. The last time Chaminade and St. Anthony's played each other That was a one-goal game. We have that for you at Cy Donnelly Field. We'll have round 3 coming up on Tuesday out at Hofstra Stadium. That is for the Nassau-Suffolk CHSAA AAA Championship. 4 o'clock to start for that one. Don't want to miss it. That'll do it here from us at Syosset High School. I want to thank our entire crew. Of course, executive producer Ben Turchin, our technical director Chris Sweeney. Giving you all the moving images today, it's Earl Simmons and Angelo Caezo. For my broadcast partner Dave Franklin, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us. It's time for the playoffs, baby. We'll have it here, right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.